Interesting facts about camels. Camels are hardy creatures, excellently adapted to life in arid regions. Evolution has rewarded them with the ability to squeeze where most other mammals are unlikely to last more than a few days. In addition, camels play no less important role in the history of mankind than horses, and they are able to go where horses never dreamed of. Arabs wandering in the desert value camels very highly. The word camel itself comes from the Arabic word for beauty. The spine of camels is straight, despite the presence of humps. The fat accumulated in the humps not only supports the camel during the hungry period, but also helps it regulate body temperature, which is very important in hot desert conditions. A camel is able to drink up to 200 liters of water in one sitting, and then not drink at all for a long time. Camels can sweat. They have hot bodies, and sweat begins to secrete only when the body temperature exceeds 41 degrees. The most stubborn animal is, perhaps, not a donkey, but a camel. If he decides to lie down to rest, it is almost impossible to make him get up and go. Camels spit very well. The rough lips of camels help them calmly eat hard and prickly plants. Camels also kick very strongly and accurately, and in all four directions, unlike horses, which can only kick forward or backward with their hooves. A camel can almost completely close its nostrils if necessary, such as during a sandstorm. There are a lot of camels in Australia. Once they were brought there for the cavalry, but since then they have grown wild and greatly bred. Camels have 3 eyelids. If necessary, a camel may not drink at all, making do with moisture obtained from the plants it eats. In many African countries, camels are considered sacred animals. Camels drink very quickly. The average camel will drain the average bucket of water in less than a minute. Camels can smell water at a distance of up to 50 to 60 kilometers. A camel can eat 30 to 40 kilograms of food per day. The caravans that once crossed the Sahara Desert, according to chroniclers, sometimes included up to 12,000 camels. In winter, camels grow thick manes to protect them from the cold. The camel's coat in the sun can heat up to 70 to 80 degrees, while the camel itself will calmly maintain body temperature within 40 degrees and will not even sweat. Camel feces are very dry. Desert nomads use them as fuel for their fires. Camels live up to 35 to 40 years. A camel can lose up to 40% of its body weight from dehydration and still not die. There are currently just under 20 million camels in the world. Oddly enough, camels are excellent swimmers. The endurance and strength of camels allows them to carry a load weighing half their body, passing 30 to 40 kilometers a day. Without a load or with one rider, an adult camel easily travels a day and 100 kilometers, walking at an even pace. The camel is present on the coat of arms and the flag of the city of Chelyabinsk. If necessary, camels run at such a speed that few horses can keep up with them. Camel milk is extremely thick and never curdles. It contains many useful vitamins and minerals, such as calcium, magnesium, zinc, iron, phosphorus, vitamin C and D. One-humped and two-humped camels can interbreed successfully. The camel born as a result of such crossing is called Nar. The largest number of one-humped camels live in Somalia, approximately 7.7 million individuals. Camel haptagi, wild camel, is found only in Mongolia and western China. A camel can live about 8 to 15 days without water, and about a month without food. Calloused foot pads protect camels from hot sand and injury. Camels can eat plants that are absolutely unsuitable for other animals, for example, camel thorn, wormwood, saxel. Densely stuffed camel wool protects it from sunlight and overheating, preventing moisture from evaporating. During the day, the camel's temperature rises to 40.5 degrees Celsius, and at night it drops to 34 to 35 degrees Celsius. At the same time, camels do not feel any discomfort. Camel races are organized on special occasions in the United Arab Emirates. Especially for this, thoroughbred camels are bred, which are trained according to a special technique. In Judaism, the camel is not considered a kosher animal, so it is forbidden to eat it. Blankets, clothes and many other things are made from camel hair and down. Camel urine is very concentrated, due to which it retains precious moisture in the body. Camels have very good eyesight. They are able to distinguish an approaching person or predator from a kilometer away. Now there are only two types of camels in the world, one-humped, dromedary, and two-humped, Bactrian. Almost all modern camels are domesticated. In the wild, a population of feral dromedaries in Australia has been preserved. They got there thanks to the colonists. Pregnancy in a camel lasts from 12 to 14 months. Usually one camel is born, which by the end of the first day can already walk. The camel's milk is very concentrated. She feeds the camel for up to 10 months, although from the age of 3 months he tries vegetable food. The camel uses its thick and viscous saliva as a means of self-defense. In case of danger, he can accurately spit in the face of the offender and blind him for a while, which is enough for him to strike or bite. Like cows, camels are ruminants, meaning they regurgitate food back from their stomach to chew it again. The movement of the lips of a camel during chewing resembles a figure 8. Camels are herbivores. Their diet includes grasses, grains, wheat and oats. However, in the harsh environment of the desert, finding food is difficult. Therefore, the lips of camels are hard, but at the same time surprisingly flexible. In the Middle East, camel meat is considered a delicacy and humpback flesh is the best part. In fact, it is 100% fat, so it is tender and juicy. However, it is important to eat only young camels, as the meat of old camels becomes fibrous. Wild Bactrian camels from the Gobi Desert can drink salt water. Camel feces are quite dry, so they are used to start a fire during a drought. Camels avoid rocky deserts as gravel hurts their feet. Camels reach sexual maturity at about 7 years of age. Camels molt in the spring and grow new hair by the fall. Camels are social animals that live in groups. The herd consists of a dominant adult male, females and their cubs. Other males expelled from the group form bachelor herds. In many African states, camels are considered sacred animals. Camels communicate with bellows, grunts, roars, groans and growls. Mammals kick strongly and accurately. At the same time, they can perform strikes not only forward or backward, but also to the sides. Adults of two-humped and one-humped camels are approximately the same in size. It is interesting that the newborn cubs of these species differ greatly in size. A two-humped newborn usually weighs about 60 kilograms, and the weight of a single-humped one can easily reach up to 100 kilograms. Due to the structural features of the uterus, female Bactrian camels, especially domestic ones, sometimes cannot give birth to a cub normally. In this case, people help them, and in order to extract the fetus out, sometimes the strength of 3 to 4 people is required at the same time. These animals usually show aggression only during competition with other males because of the female. Dear friends, thank you all for subscribing. Thank you for supporting me. Love you.